Okay, so we're going to be looking at the review that we did today in class. So for the first problem, for the first three, it's just drawing a line with a negative slope and a 0 y-intercept, drawing a line with a 0 slope and a positive y-intercept, and drawing a line with a positive slope and a negative y-intercept. So those are just some options. Pretty much for number 1, your line has to look like that. Number 2 could be anywhere where it crosses in a positive, and number 3 could be anywhere that's going up that crosses at a negative. Okay, the parent linear function is y equals x, so that's something we should all know. And then for this next inverse problem, I've just taken the two ordered pairs and switched them. So I took -5, -1, and and 5, -5, and then switched the two ordered pairs. So that's what's done in blue. And then graphed them, and then in order to find the equation, I just used the stat edit in the calculator. So to find that equation, it was just stat edit in the calculator. Then for the next one, I put it in y equals and found two ordered pairs. Then I switched the two ordered pairs and put them in L1 and L2 in my calculator. And that got me, and I used stat to come up with the equation. So in y equals, found two ordered pairs, switched the two ordered pairs, and found the equation. Okay, the slope of that would be 1/3. It's important that you know how to find the slope. Remember, the slope is not 1/3 x, it's just 1/3. Okay, so find the inverse, switch x and y, put them in stat, get a new equation. So once again, found x and y, and then I switched them, and then used the stat function in the calculator. Okay. Next, this is another stat problem. Just type it in the calculator, L1 and L2. So L1 would be -1 and 1. And L2 would be -5 and 1. And then you find the equation, y equals 3x minus 2. Number 9 is put -3 in for y and then solve. So x plus -6 equals 9, which is really x minus 6. Add 6 to both sides, so x is 15. And then if you plug it back in, it does equal 9, so that's how I know that it's correct. So that's a correct answer. Okay, so this is a dotted, shaded below, a dotted, shaded above, a solid shaded below, and a solid shaded above. So double check all those, make sure that you know how those work. Oops. Make sure you know how all of those work as far as dotted and solid lines. Okay, number 14, just plug each set in until you find the correct one. So you plug 2 times -2 minus 3 times -2 equals 2. I'm trying answer choice B first. So that would be -4 minus -6, which is +6, which does equal 2. So that's my answer choice. But if I had tried another one, it would have been 2 times 4 minus 3 times -5. So that would be 8 minus -15. That does not equal 2. So I knew that wasn't the answer. So you just try each one until you find the one that makes the equation true. Okay, so here we're plugging in G inside of F. So I'm plugging in G inside of F, so 3 parentheses 2x plus 5 minus 4. Plugged it in. Then I'm going to do some distribution. And then simplification. So 6x plus 11. So f of g of x equals 6x plus 11. Okay, interval notation. It starts at -4 and it ends at 5. So I'm going to write that as an inequality notation and as interval notation. And then it starts at 0 and ends at 4. Now those are all brackets because they're all solid lines. There's no open circles or anything like that. Then the next one, those are open circles. So -5 to 0 parentheses. So the -5 is a solid line, but then the 0 is a parentheses because it's an open circle. Then -1 to +4, both parentheses because they are both open circles. So, okay, there is the review. I hope everyone spends a lot of time looking at it, and also check your CFA because it's important that you double check all of that work. So good night, good luck.